What is up, enthusiasts? It is Cedar Flags here, and welcome back to another one of my videos. So in the past, I have talked about if I were in the scenario where I would be the owners of some amusement parks, including Six Flags, Cedar Fair, and some independent parks. And today, I want to continue that series. Today, I'm going to continue the series of owning independent parks and looking at some I've been to and some I haven't. I love to look at all these, especially the smaller family-owned parks, because it's a very unpredictable road. And looking at major chains like Six Flags and Cedar Fair, we could see what they have added in the past and what they've added at other parks to see what this park could add. But when it comes to these parks, it's harder to tell. So you just have to base it off of what's nearby and what's in the area. So let's get right into it. This is Cedar Flags, and today, this is what I would do if I owned some independent amusement parks, part 3. So the first park I want to go to is Casino Pier, which is located at Seaside Heights in New Jersey and is known for their Gerstlauer Eurofighter, Hydrus. But they have a pretty good collection of supporting rides as well. This was actually one of my favorite boardwalk parks of all time, and when I went here, I was very pleasantly surprised. With all the tickets I had, I got to ride a lot more than what I was expected, and their collection of flat rides is absolutely incredible. I was originally going to add a flat ride here, but it seems like they have so much that I really didn't want to touch that. But then I realized they were lacking in one category: the water ride category. Despite being next to the ocean, they only support one water ride and a kiddie log flume, so why not change that? I would love to see a Zamperla log flume style ride here. I absolutely love how Zamperla is bringing the log flume back. I feel like a lot more parks need this, and especially smaller parks like Casino Pier. This park has been constantly remodeling ever since Hurricane Sandy back in 2012, and I think that this would be the next step in innovating their park. I mean, look at other boardwalk parks that have it. Maurice Pierce is one of the best log flumes of all time, and I really feel like if they did something similar here, this would be a very good attraction, and maybe one of the most popular attractions at the park. Up next, we are going to go out west to go to Idaho, specifically Silverwood. This has got to be one of the biggest independent parks in the United States, and I have to say, there is so much at this park. Being close to the RMC headquarters, they definitely get a cool little advantage, with a retrack of Tremors and an RMC Raptor known as Stunt Pilot. There really is a lot at this park, but I think they are lacking in one major category: a launch coaster. Now, it's normal for a park this size to not have something as big as a launch coaster, but looking at the area that this park is in, there really aren't any other parks nearby, so a lot of the clientele around probably have not experienced a launch coaster before. So I say a launch coaster, specifically a Skyrocket 2 by Premier Rides, would be the ideal pick here. I really think that this would be the perfect fit for a few reasons. 1, it's a very cheap model compared to some of the other major rides. 2, it's a very compact ride. And 3, like I said, it would be the first launch coaster in the area. This would be the perfect fit for Silverwood in my opinion, as they don't have anything similar, and it would probably be one of the best rides there for the general public. For our next park, we are going to go to Beech Bend in Kentucky. This is located in the middle of the state in the town of Bowling Green, and this is a very small park, but it has a very cool collection of rides. In fact, for an independent park, it might have one of my favorite collections. First off, you have the incredible Kentucky Rumbler, which is one of my favorite GCIs I have ever been on. This is truly an incredible twister layout. And then in the other side of the park, you have a pretty decent sized water park, and throughout the park, you have a very good collection of carnival rides and a dark ride. You even have some water rides here, including a log flume. So, what would I want to add here? Well, it's less of adding and more of renovating. A lot of the architecture here looks a little generic and outdated, and I feel like the best idea to do at this park would be to change some of that. Think about a renovated front gate, think about replacing some of the blacktop with some other path colors, and then buildings like the gift shop for Kentucky Rumbler could be completely altered. I think with a few slight changes to some of the buildings in the park, this park would be a lot more intriguing to a lot of us enthusiasts. And even though that this park is a great ride collection, I think with this, it would be so much better. The next park I want to talk about is CotaLand, and I'm kind of going to skim over this a little bit. We all know about CotaLand. It is this amusement park that they are building at the Circuit of the Americas near Austin, Texas. It looks like an incredible park, and we have 2 major coasters coming. So what else could we add here? Well, I kinda want to make a separate video on this, but to skim over it briefly, I would like to see, similar to Beech Bend, a scenery change. I would love to see a beautiful midway, some beautiful trees, beautiful buildings, something to really make the area more welcoming, as opposed to blacktop with a Vekoma tilt coaster on it. That's what I would do if I owned CotaLand, but there is so much to speculate more for the 5-10 year plan of this park, so if you want to hear more about it, let me know in the comments below, and I will make a video about it. Up next, we go to Family Kingdom, located in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and similar to how Hydrus is the main coaster at Casino Pier, this is a small boardwalk park with 1 major coaster, Swamp Fox. Now, I've talked about Myrtle Beach a lot on this channel. I've been there multiple times throughout my life, and looking at all of the attractions there, I think that they're very condensed, and I feel like there needs to be more. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, you look at a place like Broadway at the Beach, or Barefoot Landing, and you see that those places are absolutely packed. And then you see places like Family Kingdom, and they're a lot less packed, even though I think they should get way more people. So, what do I think that they should add? Well, Myrtle Beach used to have a lot of thrilling coasters, and parks like Myrtle Beach Pavilion and Hard Rock Park. And the most thrilling coaster you're going to get at Myrtle Beach is probably Fun in the Sun. So, I would love, and I mean love, to see an RMC Raptor come to this park. It would get the Myrtle Beach tourists coming to this place, including myself. It would easily be the most thrilling coaster in all of Myrtle Beach, and it would attract so many people. It would be a cheaper model, have a smaller footprint, and still have a very high capacity, as these Raptors are very efficient. For my final park on the list, I want to look at a smaller park located all the way up in the state of Maine. This is Funtown Splashtown USA, but specifically just Funtown, the amusement park. And let me just say, this was definitely the easiest out of all of the parks in this video, because it is so easy to see what this park needs. This park has a very good ride collection, but is missing something very, very important. Believe it or not, this park does not have a single ride that goes upside down. And with a park this size, that's pretty shocking to me. You have a great CCI in Excalibur, a Mauer Wild Mouse, and some very unique flat rides, but nothing that goes upside down. So, an inverting flat ride, I think, would be the perfect fit here. More specifically, I would absolutely love to see something like a 360 Frisbee. Something like the ones by Zamperla, like Luna 360 at Coney Island's Luna Park, or something like the SBF models, but make sure it goes upside down. Anyways, what did you think about this video? Would you change or add any of my decisions to these parks? And if I did a part 4, let me know what I should do in the comments below. Anyways, this is Cedar Flags, and I'll see you all later.